go to the Super Bowl for the first time in like what, 25 years? No, not 25. That's way too long. 23, 24. Yeah, it's like 25 years. Never mind. It's around there. Probably like 26. Yeah, a long time. Long time. Long time. Uh, yeah. So I'm like to start out with the AFC here. Uh, Obviously, there's their division matchups, which are always good. Like every year, week 18, it's always division matchups. Which when you got division matchups, it's beautiful. It's amazing. So first off, we got the Chiefs. Oh crap! I gotta go back here and not week two. I'm gonna do it week two. Huh. Obviously, you got Bills and the Bengals. I'm gonna go for the Bills right here. Because to be honest, I'll be honest. I don't think Joe Burrow and the Bengals, even with Jamar Chase and is it like T Higgins? I almost said T Higbee, like the Tyler Higbee from the Rams, but T Higgins and Joe Burrow. I don't think that those three guys. They're really like the heart and soul of that offense, and I don't really know much about the Bengals defense, but I know that uh, that what am I saying? The Chiefs, the Bills defense is really like Bills defense is on par. Probably, I want to say. Actually, what are they? Right? Where are they in like the standing? Hold on. Top five defenses. I don't know how to spell that right. 2022 through 23. Let's see. I can't believe it's 2023 already, boys. I feel like just yesterday it just turned 2022. Yeah, so we got Niners, Eagles. Yeah, so the Bills are number 5, bro. The Jets are up there. That's surprising. But you got the Niners, the Eagles, the Pats, Jets, the Bills. You got three of these defenses. Like these guys are in the AFC, but not only they're in the AFC. These three guys at the bottom. You see, I pointed at my monitor. These three guys right here are in the same division. This is arguably the best division in football right now. It's like they all have winning records. I mean, obviously the Dolphins lost and they're 8-8 now. They all have winning records, right? Look at the Jets. Oh no, they have losing record. What am I talking about? Okay, so tied. Oh crap, bro! I am off with my stuff right now. I'm thinking about like a couple weeks ago. It's a couple weeks ago. These guys all had winning records. That's crazy. Jets lost twice in a row. Oh yeah, because they just lost to Jacksonville this week. I mean, last week. So this week was last week. I thought it was this week. Was it week 16? Yeah. 19-3 was not even close. And they play next, so. It's crazy, boys. But go back to week 18 now. Start out with the Chiefs and the Raiders division matchup. Well, all these. Okay. Gotta stop saying that because all these guys are division matchups. Chiefs and Raiders. I'm gonna be honest. The Raiders give the Niners the best defense in the league. Their offense give them a hard time, and that's crazy. crazy to me because the best defense in the league struggled against the Raiders offense with their new guy. I can't remember his name, but he's all right. Every time I got hit, he threw like every time he got hit and he threw the ball like out of a sack, it was like perfect. So this guy's like really good. Um, Pat Mahomes had a hard time against the Broncos yesterday as well. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because division matchups are always hard, always difficult. I'm gonna give this one to the Raiders solely because I would give it to the Chiefs, but last week the Chiefs did not play. I mean, yesterday the Chiefs did not play as well as they should have against the Broncos. And the Raiders played well against an NFL powerhouse. That's 12-4 right now. Obviously they lost, but they gave them a hard time. They went into overtime. Quarterback is plagued with interceptions. Only 2 last week, though. So, yesterday. Gotta stop saying last week. All right. We got Chargers and the Broncos. To be honest, I'm gonna give this to the Broncos. Actually, yeah, all underdogs to this year. I think this is the Broncos because Broncos did well against the Chiefs. They really need another win. It's like they don't have anything to lose because they're not going to the playoffs. Really, they're going to have a great draft pick. Actually, no. They don't have a good draft pick. They gave all our draft picks to the Seahawks. But I have Miami's first round draft pick. So, Seahawks are going to pick up a good tight end of Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, honestly. But anyways, we'll go with the Broncos. The defense has not been the same since Nick Chubb, since Nick Chubb left. But I think that that Russell Wilson is going to rally and squeak out a win week 18 against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. That puts Justin Herbert and the Chargers at number 6. Means they are going to have to go against play the Bengals in their first round of the playoffs. Yeah. Oh. Don't charge it. Don't charge it to the playoffs, Chargers. I'm going to do it. But we got, yeah. Honestly, I don't think Chargers are going to do well in the playoffs. When we lose first round, like the Cowboys are. Next, we have the Browns and the Steelers. To be honest, Kenny Pickett's been doing pretty well. Don't know who won yesterday. Actually, I didn't watch the game. I was doing something else. Steelers. Only one. 3. Nice. I'm not supposed to see that. Yeah, that's crazy. Nice. But to be honest, they would have lost. No, they would have lost if Lamar Jackson was there because obviously Lamar Jackson's hurt, and they're going all through all this, and I think they get him back for the second round of the playoffs. No way they're getting in the playoffs without Lamar Jackson. No way they're getting through. So, I believe that. I'm not even. So, Kenny Pickett did well. I think. I don't know. I didn't look at his stats, but judging by that, I'm gonna say he did well. And Browns with what's his name? I gotta start remembering names. Deshaun Watson. Browns with Deshaun Watson. I don't think they're gonna win. Well, the Browns have Nick Chubb, Deshaun Watson. They have Amari Cooper. I think the Browns are gonna win there because Kenny Pickett. I don't think he could win any more games with that, and it's crazy. Next, we got Tennessee Titans and Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Trevor Lawrence and the Jags have been doing pretty well lately. But the Titans, Ryan Tannehill and the Titans, I don't know, bro. Like, Ryan Tannehill and the Titans, they've been struggling. They've been struggling ever since week 1, actually. Been struggling. They got blown out by the Bills in week 2. Wasn't even close. They started to win some games after that, but then they started having a decline. Yeah, obviously they're 7-9 now. The Jags are 8-8. They're winning the division. I believe I get. So I'm gonna say that the Jags win here because the Titans have gone on a little slope and they don't have a lot of confidence right now. At least they'll have an okay draft pick in the first round, and yeah, it's just hard it's hard to not go to the playoffs. Like last year, they were the top seed. They lost. To they lose to not to the Bills. Oh yeah, they lost to the Bengals. Then the Bengals went on to the Super Bowl. The Bengals lost to the Rams, who suck. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Jacksonville is gonna win this. Trevor Lawrence been playing well. I don't know much about these two teams, but I know that Jacksonville's been on a winning streak, and I believe that they could keep on going with this streak into the playoffs. All right. Now, next, we got Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, which I don't know, tough game if they have Lamar Jackson. If they don't, obviously I have to give this to the Bengals. If they lost the Steelers with Kenny Pickett, ain't no way they're gonna beat the Bengals. Bengals are too good right now. They're gonna finish the season 12-5. That puts them in the playoffs. It's tough break for the Ravens, but they're still in the playoffs, number 6. Well, now that puts them against the Bengals, puts them against the Eagles, and the Chargers against Jacksonville. Pats have to play the Chiefs. Yeah. All right. Next, New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Last time these guys squared up was week, I'm gonna say 14-ish. Week 14-ish. I'm not gonna go check because I'm too lazy. But with that, I'm gonna put hard division matchup. Always tough. Well, they're all division matchups, but in this division this year, it's always tough. If the Pats lose this game, and the Dolphins win, the Dolphins are in the playoffs and not the Pats. But Looks like I'm gonna I'm gonna give the season sweep to the Bills solely because they're just a better team overall. I mean, Josh Allen's been playing really well. Obviously, there's Stephon Diggs and an underrated receiver of Gabe Davis. And yes, Gabe Davis was supposed to have a breakout season this year. He didn't. Whatever. He's still a really good backup support for um, Stephon. So not all the attention is on Stephon. And it's just an elite offense. They will punish you. Their defense, if you make a mistake, they'll make you pay for it. So we're going Bills Mafia all the way. That puts the Bills even further into the first. That puts the Bills into the first seed for sure. And then so give that to the Bills, and then the Texans versus the Colts. The Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams who are not going to the playoffs. They were eliminated a long time ago. Tied with each other, week 1. Tough tie, actually. Looks pretty well. Both teams looks pretty good in week 1, honestly. I mean, they tied. They scored a lot of points. But this week, I'm not going to give them a tie. This week, I'm going to give the Texans an edge over the Colts. The reason why is because the Texans almost beat the Cowboys, and they almost beat the Eagles. 2 powerhouses this year. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stands. Almost beat both of them. Strong team. They started to pick it up after mid-season, but they couldn't squeak out any wins, sadly. But that's how football works. Next, we have the Jets and the Dolphins. If the Dolphins lose here, I believe the Jets are in the playoffs. Oh no, if the Dolphins. No. Yeah, no. Let me see. No, if the Dolphins lose, the Pats are in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, it's the tiebreakers. Honestly, what's his name? Tua Tagovailoa is hurt, concussion, going to be out probably into the first round of the playoffs anyways. It gives to the Jets, pass it back into the playoffs. Good job, Pats. It's just Dolphins are without Tua. Obviously not going to do well. I know they have Tyreek Hill, and they have Jalen Waddle, and they have that. I can't remember the tight ends here. But it's a good supporting cast, but without your franchise QB, you can't really do much with your supporting cast. So I'm just going to give that to the Jets there. And now we move on to the NFC. First matchup, a team that's been eliminated for a long time of the Cardinals, and a team that didn't look very good at the first 4 games of the season. After that loss to the Chiefs, their defense really started picking back up, and they have 9 straight wins. Incredible. They're going to continue this. No, enough to be said. They're supporting, the amount of Pro Bowlers they have on their team. It's insane. And now they have a franchise quarterback, and he's a rookie. 3rd-string rookie of Brock Purdy. Mr. Irrelevant in last year's draft. Mr. Irrelevant came in after Jimmy G broke his foot. Came in, played like a dog, undefeated, still has that daddy hat on. Let's go. 49ers all the way, 10-win streak. Let's go. NFC, we got LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. I believe if the Seahawks lose this, they are out of the playoffs. And then the Lions get in. Which I'm actually going to give the Seahawks a loss because it's always tough in this division, especially the NFC West. Because this division, these division games are always really good and always come down to the wire. But the Rams been playing well, destroyed the Broncos a week ago. They're doing pretty well Baker right now. I don't know when they get Matthew Stafford back, but it's probably going to be after week 18. But the Rams, yeah. But I think the Rams are going to be able to squeak out a win here. Just barely, and that puts the Lions in the playoffs. Now, Green Bay Packers and Lions. Green Bay has to win to get into the playoffs. They have to. Absolutely have to. If the Lions lose, if the Lions win, that seals their fate into the playoffs. And it'll be the first time a team, I can't remember what the record was. It was like something like 4-6 to start, and then just win the playoffs. It'll be the first time in league history. But the Lions, insane offense. It's incredible this year. Green Bay has been picking their offense back up, but not enough time to really do it against electrifying Lions defense. I'm going to give the Lions this one. Lions are solidified in the playoffs. Tough break for Green Bay and Seattle. Now we got the Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, not good this season. Not at all. Justin Fields was playing all right this season, better than he did last. Better than he did in the last season, but it's just I don't know. It's just like some force that's telling me that the Bears will beat the Vikings. So the Vikings have had a lot of close games with bad teams this year. And I think this is the one where the bad team will make them pay. Yesterday, they had a tough time against Green Bay. Actually throwing a bunch of picks. Got destroyed. I don't know. I just don't believe that the Vikings can pull this off. And I don't believe that the Vikings can pull it off through the playoffs. Next, we got the Panthers and the Saints. The Saints did really well. They beat the freaking the Eagles last week. But the Eagles didn't have Jalen Hurts. That's the thing. They don't want Jalen Hurts to be hurt into the playoffs. There's no reason to. A lot of these playoff teams aren't going to be playing their starters, but a lot of these playoff teams are still going to win. But the Eagles and the Giants not going to have many of their starters in because they're both in the playoffs. But I'm going to give this one to the Giants, putting the 49ers actually the top seed. This was the... I think I skipped that. I'm just going to do that though. The Giants the top seed. because of the fact like the Giants have been playing well all year, doing well. Lost to the Eagles, but that was when they had Jalen Hurts and blah 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 blah. They'll have Jalen Hurts. Not gonna play their starters, but their backups. I think that the Giants are gonna edge it out over the Eagles. I don't know many other backups, but some force is making me put New York in the win here, in the winning column here. Now we got the Cowboys and the Commanders. Commanders kicked out of the playoffs last week. Tough break. Commanders kicked out of the playoffs yesterday. Actually, I meant tough break for the Commanders. Not as long. They can always come back next year. It's really just a tough break for them. But the Cowboys are really good, really, really good. There ain't no way the Commanders are beating the Cowboys, no matter what. Ain't no way that puts the Cowboys at number 2 seed, putting the Eagles at number 5. Maybe like, oh yeah, the Eagles beat the Cowboys, and they tied in records. But the Cowboys beat the Eagles last time they played, so that gives the Cowboys a tiebreaker. Then we got the last game of Week 18. Got Tampa Bay versus the Falcons. Tampa Bay's been playing pretty well. They're solidified in the playoffs no matter what. If they win or they lose, they're in the playoffs. I don't see Tampa Bay winning here. I don't see him winning here because Tom Brady's been on and off this year. Mike Evans has not been catching those killer balls, and they've been allowing teams to come back. And the Falcons have actually been able to beat teams. The Falcons beat the Niners, which is crazy. It's one of their 4 losses. It's crazy. And it's a tough break for the Bucks, but still in the playoffs, number 4 seed. It's incredible losing record. I think entire division is a losing record. It's absolutely insane. Now, let's go into the wild card round of the playoffs. Here's where you really see the team's potentials, because these games, you win or go home. In the AFC, there are some matchups that really aren't fair. Like, seriously, they're not fair at all. You got the Bengals versus the Ravens without Lamar. With Lamar, the Ravens barely beat the Bengals. So, without Lamar, Bengals easy win. Pats versus Chiefs. Last year, Pats got absolutely walked all over by the Bills. Same thing with the Chiefs. Chiefs are going to score a lot. Pats not going to do well. And here we go, Jacksonville and Los Angeles Chargers. I saved this one because it's going to be the best matchup of AFC. Because the Chargers with Justin Herbert and the Jacksonville Jaguars, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Incredible game. Both teams really good when you're healthy. One team has an incredible winning streak, which that will give them the edge. And that one team is the Jags. They have a win streak. They're going through. They're going to win. They're over the Chargers. Chargers have to go home. Sad. Uh, that's just life, bro. When are you? That's the playoffs, bro. You want to go home. You want to go home. But now we go to the NFC. Again, there's two matchups actually that are fair. The first matchup though, not even fair. Eagles gonna absolutely demolish the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nothing else has to be said. Bucks are just gonna get absolutely destroyed. Now Vikings and Giants. There's really nothing special. Giants are good. Vikings are good, but Vikings always struggle in the playoffs. Really starting to make a lot of mistakes towards the end of the year, and it goes to the Giants. Too many mistakes by the Vikings. Just not going to win any. Now the Lions and the Cowboys. These two teams. Well, Lions haven't been in the playoffs since who knows how long. But the Cowboys, these guys always struggled in the playoffs no matter what. Last year, it was to the Niners that they lost. The year before that, they lost in the first round. The year before that, they lost in the first round. Nothing's changed. They're a really good team in the actual regular season, but they're not going to win. They're not going to win in the playoffs. It's too much to handle. Dak Prescott is not the guy to bring them there. To bring them to a Super Bowl win. And that's it. So, here we go to the divisional round. Here we have more fair games. We got the Bengals and the Chiefs. That was a really good game last year for the AFC Championship. I think the Chiefs really want revenge for that game. They're not going to get it. Bengals are going to win. Because, you got both quarterbacks. Incredible. Amazing. But it really comes down to the supporting cast. And Mahomes has Kelsey and Juju on offense. And that's those two are what's there. They have an okay running back, and the rest of the receivers are alright. But losing Tyreek that's really costed them, and it costed them the divisional round. Next we have Jags and the Bills. What else do you think? I'm gonna do? Jags are good, winning streak. Oh yada. Bills are better, light years better. No way the Jags are beating them. Both quarterbacks young. One quarterback, probably the best and probably the best in the world. I'm gonna say that Josh Allen is better than Mahomes. He just is. This year, Josh Allen has put up more crazy plays than Mahomes has, and better plays than Mahomes has. Better decisions, more picks, but better decisions. So the Bills are just gonna edge out the Jags, and next we have NFC Giants versus the Eagles. This is a divisional matchup for the divisional round. Makes sense. Eagles are winning. Giants beat them in week 18. The Eagles have Jalen Hurts. Eagles are gonna win that, obviously. Now, we have the Lions and the Niners. Who do you think I'm going to pick? The Niners, obviously. It's the same situation that happened with Jacksonville and the Bills. The Lions are good. 49ers better. Way better. They're on a 10-game winning streak. They just went on bye. But 10-game winning streak, they had the bye to figure out more plays and practice more. Niners winning. Obviously. All right. Conference championship. Here we go. The AFC Conference Championship, Bengals made it again. But this time, not going to be, they're not going to be so lucky as they have to play the Buffalo Bills, who has an unbelievable offense, unbelievable defense. They get Von Miller back for the playoffs. Get the Bengals out of here. NFC. Eagles and the Niners. This is a really, really good matchup. Both teams good. Both teams' defenses are good. Niners' defense is better, and that is the thing. There you go. That is the thing that's going to win the game for them. Niners' defense is going it's going to be a defensive game. A lot of points to be scored. It all depends on the defense to get a stop, and I think the Niners' defense is going to get more stops than Philadelphia's defense. There you go. Now we go on to the Super Bowl. Here we go. We have Buffalo Bills versus San Francisco 40 freaking Niners. Both teams unbelievable this year. Niners have an 11-game winning streak now. Holy frick. They're both teams absolutely unbelievable. Niners lost 2 quarterbacks, but every time they lost a quarterback, they got better. When they lost Trey Lance to injury, they got better with Jimmy G. When they lost Jimmy G to an injury, they got better with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is currently undefeated. 49ers and Bills. It's tough. It's too tough. It's too tough for me to. To pick. Both teams. I think this is like an even matchup. I think this is going to be the first Super Bowl in NFL history that goes into. No, not the first Super Bowl. The second Super Bowl in NFL history to go into overtime. I don't know who's going to win. I know it's going to go into overtime. They're going to trade off possessions. No one's going to score for a while in overtime. Actually, not. Whoever gets the ball first in overtime wins. That's it. Bills, coin toss luck. Horrific past series in the playoffs. That's why they lost 2 years. That's why they lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs 2 years in a row, because of coin flips. Because both games went into overtime. It's tough, really tough, hard. Team who gets the coin toss is going to win. I think Niners get their 6th Super Bowl. Bills get the first. It's tough. I don't know who. I really haven't figured it out. It's tough. It's hard. Hard to. It's tough. Tough. I'm gonna say with the Bills, horrific coin toss luck is going to change, turn around. Bills get their first championship. And Josh Allen gets his first ring of many. That's I believe that's how it's going to play out. It's going to be crazy.